What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! FTC the strongest is finally August. We got the viral video that ended the NBA career by Rebound. Check it out.
How
See
do you
what video
go
that
from
was.
$40 million NBA deals? An entire city chanting your name.
Looking, Howard's going to let it fly, and on count of it goes. Oh, he put it in from 3/4 court.
To it all crashing down with one viral video. This is the rise and fall of Josh Howard.
Oh, bro, I don't think I know what they're talking about. I have a feeling, but I do remember this dude. He was a casual, respectfully. He wasn't an all-star. I don't think he ever made an all-star team. He won't make the Hall of Fame, but he was definitely a good role player. The best comparison to compare him to is probably like if it was like the Los Angeles Lakers. If it was like the Golden State Warriors. If it was like he was like another Andrew Wiggins, really. Another more buff Andrew Wiggins. That's probably the best thing you could say. Maybe like Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler's better though. So it's like maybe a Walmart Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins. It's like the best. I remember he used to play for the Mavericks. He was like a role player for the Dirk.
These are problems.
Now,
What was it, though?
if there's one thing you need to know about Josh Howard, he'll do just about anything to create controversy. Like, let's just take a look at his draft. Howard came into the 2003 NBA draft as a projected top 10 pick, but ended up being selected as the 29th pick by the Dallas Mavericks. Why? Well, in an interview just a few days before the draft, Howard thought it was the perfect time to admit to the world that he was a stoner. And in 2003 America, this would not slide.
What
Teams
an
around the
idiot.
NBA took this as Howard being lazy and undedicated. So, the man fell all the way to the bottom of the...
Wow, bro, that's crazy, man. Like, cause it's like teleporting now. I don't even think they would even care. Like, but bro,
first
what an
round.
idiot.
Luckily, this
See,
didn't-
I thought they were gonna talk about. See, I remember when it was like the playoffs. He literally admitted that he would use tree and shit. Like, but this was like 2009, 10ish. I don't remember the exact year. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Mavericks fans, correct me. But I remember he said that, and he got suspended for like the rest of the playoffs. I was like, what the fuck? But I thought he was talking about that. I didn't know he did this again. Like, he had a prior doing this before the actual NBA, bro. Like,
kill
why?
Howard's career. Because Mavericks owner Mark Cuban...
There's nothing obviously wrong with the ganja. It's not a drug, you know what I'm saying, whatsoever. I've only smoked it about 2 times in my life. But, you know, the point is that he didn't play his cards right, especially during a given time.
care. Mark figured if the guy could ball, then he could help the Mavericks win. However, Mark would soon realize that if Howard was going to stay in the NBA, his skill wouldn't be enough. You see, off-court drama can be overlooked most of the time, but only if you've got at least one of these two things: tremendous skill on the court or a good reputation. And Howard would teach Mark that lesson the hard way. For now though, Howard's playing career got off to an amazing start, and by his 3rd season, he already helped.
You know what's crazy though? Even before this continues, like, for the fact that Howard like came and openly said that, like before he even got drafted, he low-key set the stage like for people to like be able to run. You know what I'm saying? He watched so other future NBA players can run and they don't be so strict on tree. Eventually, I honestly feel like they're not even they're gonna treat it like alcohol, which should have been. You know what I'm saying? Should. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing coke, you're not doing heroin, you're not doing meth, bro. Like,
unfortunately, this year was a loss, but it only motivated Howard. His only goal now was to win his first championship. So, coming into the next season, he took his game to a new level, putting up 18.9 points per game. In Dallas, they became the best team in the NBA, winning 67 games and only losing 15. This season solidified Howard in NBA history books, marking his first ever All-Star appearance.
He made the All-Star team?
Although, as fast as things went up for Howard,
and those were one of my favorite
violently
jerseys too that year. That was the 05-06 All-Star team. That's really being knowledge right there.
The 2008 playoffs, the Mavericks were facing a young Hornets team.
Pistol Pete got his jersey up. That's what's up.
With the playoff experience that Dallas had, this series should have been an easy one. However, coming into the series, the Mavs had an unlucky start. They lost the first 2 games and immediately went into panic mode. These losses got into Howard's head, and he started to overthink every shot and every movement on the court. Instead of putting up his usual 20 points a night, he was only scoring 12. 12! And remember how I said an NBA player needs 2 things: solid on-court skill and a good reputation off the court.
R.I.P. Kobe, his daughter
was playing like trash, and his team was down 0-2 in the series.
Nasty, though.
So at this point, he just needs to keep his name out of the headlines and get his confidence back on the court. But
my type of
instead, he went on a radio show and made a mistake that would tarnish his public image, create a media firestorm for the Mavs, and mark the beginning of his downfall.
Is all of this true that I am reading?
As far as like players in the league have that problem?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's nothing that's hidden NBA players do smoke marijuana.
You don't feel that you have a problem, that you don't smoke in during the season, but you do smoke in the off season. How true is that?
Yeah, it's true. But that has nothing to do with what I do as far as basketball. You know, when I go out there, I go out there and perform.
Why would you say that?
When Howard first admitted that he smoked, it was just about him. But now, he brought the Mavs and the entire NBA into it. So, this permanently damaged Howard's public image and his relationship with his team. I mean, the media ran with the story that the Devil's Lettuce made him and the Mavs lazy and unfocused. And if that wasn't bad enough, instead of preparing for the next game, the entire Mavericks organization was stuck putting out the media frenzy that Howard started. I mean, even Mark Cuban had to get involved. And when he was asked about the punishment, he said, "We won't make it public, but we'll deal with it internally and put an end to this." At this point, though, this was Howard's first slip-up. So the Mavs, they weren't really too worried. They just wrote this moment off as strike number 1. I mean, they're in the middle of a huge series that needed their full attention. However, people can only give you so many chances. And Dallas would soon find out. This was just the beginning of Howard's career crashing and burning.
Sheesh.
As this series went on, the Mavs found themselves 1 loss away from going home. Now down 3-1 in the series. What do you think Howard did?
Now CP3, New Orleans.
Hit the gym? Practice more? Watch some film? Well, instead of doing any of that, he decided to throw himself a massive birthday party. Yeah, with the season on the line, Howard went as far as handing out flyers to his birthday party in the locker room after they lost, while he was averaging 12 points a game.
Yo, this bitch.
What? And to make the situation even worse,
live life, though.
Howard told head coach Avery Johnson to cancel practice so that everyone could come. Yeah, 1 game away from going home. Pretty much everyone on the Mavs team was pissed. They saw this as Howard only caring about himself, and you'd think he'd be able to take a hint. But he went through with his birthday party anyways.
Damn.
And the Mavs were knocked out of the playoffs the very next game.
I mean, they didn't have a chance.
The media blew up this story, and Mavs fans immediately jumped on the bandwagon, claiming that Howard's distractions ruined their season. And as far as Mark Cuban and the organization were concerned, this was Howard's 2nd strike in a single week. Not only did Howard's antics cost them the playoffs, he was also playing like garbage. At this point, what use was it keeping him on the team?
Garbage.
And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, Howard got arrested. When Howard went back to his hometown for the summer, he decided that getting in trouble with the media wasn't enough. Now, it's time to mess with the police.
Wanda, I'm standing right by the intersection of Business 40 and Silas Creek Parkway in Winston-Salem. That's where at
Where's
11:25
Winston-Salem?
last night, police say Josh Howard was driving his black Lexus at 94 miles an hour while racing another car.
Dumbass.
Howard was arrested and charged
why I
on
don't
3
race,
counts, speeding, drag racing, and reckless driving.
This man was going 94 in a 55. What the hell was he thinking?
I mean, really,
When this
if
news
it's an open
broke,
road, that's not really that
fans
fast.
wanted
But
Howard's
it's fast
head.
if
They
it makes
demanded
sense.
that he
If you're a
be
good
fined
driver,
by
that's
the
not that
NBA
fast.
or
But if you can
suspended
control
for
yourself,
20
but if you're
games the
racing
next
for that
season,
reason, no.
like, it's one thing to make your team lose a playoff series. It's
Keep it
another
on-
thing
keep it under
to
75 though,
risk
y'all. Be
innocent
safe out
people's
there.
lives. I mean, this really should have been strike 3.
Yeah, if you're on the highway, it's like
Before the Mavericks could even react
traffic
to how
here,
dangerous,
but don't do that speed, though.
stupid,
Be safe.
and
I'll
illegal
be mad at
this
y'all.
all was, that fateful straw that broke the camel's back came to light. A video of Howard went viral, and
YouTube back
it
in the day.
accidentally sparked a worldwide controversy.
What happened?
How big a deal is this? The climate that America's in right now, to come off as being unpatriotic is not good.
Bro,
on
that's-
the back of all the things that have been going on with Josh Howard for the last 5 months.
He didn't have Josh Howard just didn't have the right friends around. That's just the definition of having yes men, straight up, bro. Like, are you serious, man? It's just for someone to make that many mistakes being a professional athlete. Okay, people they're not perfect. Yeah, the second mistake, okay, then you tripping. But bro, like this, he had too many yes men. That's the downfall, bro.
I would have to agree with that, and the really sad thing about it is that Josh Howard at one time had Dallas in the palm of his hand. He was an underrated player coming into this league. He proved himself to be one of the most important parts of the team, and with these incidents the last few months, his whole persona there, I think, has been turned upside down. And I would be surprised if in a city like Dallas, where the red, white, and blue is so strong,
Right.
that he survived staying on that team this year.
You really think this could be fatal to his remaining in the city?
I do think that.
And it's not just the Dallas Mavericks, it's just any other team. This is the type of baggage you don't want to have on you because it goes beyond the Dallas Mavericks. Which team wants to pick up somebody that is being, labeled as unpatriotic? So it's not just Dallas' situation, it's anybody. If Mark Cuban decides to let him go, what other team is going to pick him up?
At this point, in just 3 months, Howard completely
Someone laced Howard's
ruined his
weed. He had too many
reputation.
yes men ain't laced
And
his
this
trees, man.
viral video was his 3rd strike.
Sheesh.
The Mavs organization had enough, so they traded him as soon as they could. He bounced around 3 different teams, tore his ACL twice, and went from putting up 20 points a game to just 6.
Ew.
Remember how I said an NBA player needs 2 things? He needs some ball skill and a good reputation. Well, now, Howard had neither. So, shortly after, Josh Howard was officially out of the NBA. Perhaps the saddest part of this story is that just a year after Josh was traded, the Mavs went on to win the 2011 championship.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know that sequence. That's crazy. Badges really be real.
The man sat on the sidelines of another team, missing out on all of the glory that could have been his. Now, even though Howard made a lot of mistakes throughout his career, since his retirement, he's tried to right his wrongs. He's now a coach at the University of North Texas, helping kids be the best basketball player they can be, and teaching them all the life lessons that he had to learn the hard way. From an NBA star to a college head coach, one viral video may have been the downfall of Howard's
That's
NBA
crazy,
career.
bro.
But it opened a new chapter, one where he can inspire the future and continue doing what he loves, basketball.
Yeah, man, that shows you gotta just stay focused and locked in, man. As you been like, for me, mate.